What's good, you guys? It's Roll here with another episode of the Roll Show. And seeing that it's officially after midnight here, I just figured I'd come on and wish all of you guys a happy Valentine's Day. You know, I know there's several of you out there that don't really have any way to celebrate Valentine's Day, and trust me, I understand that more than anyone, because I'm usually one of the many that, try to make plans and, find somebody to share the day with, and, 95% of the time it just doesn't happen. And unfortunately, this year's no different. But what does make this year different is the fact that, instead of me actually attempting to find something to do for Valentine's Day for a change, I'm actually going to be spending my weekend at a family funeral. So you guys just pray for me about that, because not exactly an easy thing to have to deal with, especially when the majority of your friends are going to be out there, professing their love for each other. And I don't know, it's just one of those days that I always look forward to being able to plan something, and for some reason everything just goes up in smoke fast as anything. And it's like, I know I'm meant to have somebody. I keep hearing that there's somebody out there for everybody, and, well, I keep telling myself that in the back of my head, and yet my usual experience is that, well, what can I say? I'm usually by myself, and really that's been the case lately with a lot of things, and I don't know why it's getting to me. It just is. I mean, that's pretty much been the case for the majority of my life, as far back as I can remember, at least the majority of my adult life anyway. But I'm still making every attempt possible to make my situation better than what it is, even though the more I put into making stuff better, the worse the situation seems to get. And it's like, I'm looking back on everything that I've done, I keep coming to the conclusion that I haven't done anything nearly bad enough to deserve what exactly I've been getting, especially when it comes to relationships, because, sadly, the majority of the ex-girlfriends that I've had, they've been cheaters and liars and flat out can't be trusted in a relationship. And I always put my best foot forward, despite not having, what I really need to make it work, or at least what society says you absolutely have to have in order to have any sort of successful relationship these days. And I'm at the point now where what society says is just flat out BS. So I'm sure there are some of you that are going to agree with me, and the rest of you are going to think I've flat out lost my mind, and at this point I say it really doesn't make any friggin' difference. But what does make a difference to me is having a woman in my life that's actually going to have my back and actually love me for who I am, and not what I could potentially do for them in the future. Because, I've had the occasional gold digger or two that I've come across, and, well, let's just say I can do without them. And I would call that one hell of a major understatement at this point. But, as far as what I'm looking for, you know, there's people out there that date just to have fun. No, I'm actually looking for a serious, committed relationship that's actually going to lead to marriage. And me having my own family in the future. Yeah, preferably the sooner the better. Because, well, I'm not getting any younger, believe me. I wish I was, for that reason, if nothing else. But, it's like I know it's out there, and it's waiting for me, and it's like, it's just a matter of finding it. And that's the other ironic thing. It's like, they tell you that, you're supposed to wait for it, but, me being the usual man, we're supposed to be the hunters. We're supposed to be the ones to actually seek it out. And yet, they tell you to wait for it to come to you. Yeah. I've done that on several occasions, and what I usually end up attracting is, women who don't end up being relationship material. Imagine that. So, I'll definitely need some prayer about that, so all of my Christian brothers and sisters out there, do put me in your prayers that love will actually find me for a change. Because that's the one thing that I look forward to more than anything else. And, I do still need some sort of a job, having been unemployed and or underemployed for the better part of the last 3 years, give or take a few months. And, it's prevented me from getting the other things that I need to get my hands on in order to have a decent life and actually manage to keep a stable relationship, more or less. So, yeah, by all means, do not hesitate to put me in your prayers, because I am in desperate need of that particular prayer, if nothing else. So, on that note, I'm actually going to, shut down and crash, and, recharge myself, and, get prepped for this weekend, this interesting little weekend that is going to be taking place within a matter of hours. And, do right by one another. And if you've got somebody in your life who has your back and supports you, by all means, do whatever it takes to keep them, because you never know when you're going to lose it, and I guarantee you it will happen when you least expect it. Take it for someone who knows that through first-hand experience. So, until next time, one love. Peace out.